I knew early on I was interested in broadcast journalism in some fashion. When I was really young, if the news came on, I'd kind of watch. I didn't understand a lot of what was being said, but I just appreciated the immediacy, the deadlines, just the craziness that seems to surround it. Newsrooms are still fun places. Generally, I enjoy them more when it's not my own. I mean, my own's like, okay, work. But when I visit friends, it's kind of exciting to see that energy. So I kind of knew early on. If you didn't, that's okay. But I was one of those, I knew very early and what I did was I kind of geared everything I did toward trying to get to that.
To be on air.
Right. You know, I can tell you my path that I followed to get to where I am. And I think one thing you're probably learning here is that there's no one path that fits all. I think the important thing, if you want to work in television media, is that you bring your world of experience with you, because that makes you good at your job. So if any of you ever have an opportunity to be in a television environment, in a commercial television station, whether through an internship or whatever, be smart enough to shut up and watch and learn and soak it up, because I learned all sorts of things. Some I was conscious of, some I wasn't. So I really tried to make sure that when it came to my schoolwork, I mean, writing's important. I mean, I always say that the words don't magically appear in front of you. If you can't write, you're going to have a problem, because it's so much of what you spend your time doing, and how to research, how to ask questions, how to interview, which takes practice. I struggled. I had a really difficult time in the beginning, but the thing is, it's like a muscle, and as you can see, I have an abundance of muscles. The more you work out, don't laugh, the more you work out, the stronger you get. The more you write, the stronger your writing gets. And in this business, you can end up writing, you know, story after story, several a day, and just by doing it again and again and again and again, I've gotten to where I'm pretty decent. But in the beginning, I struggled a lot, as opposed to some people who were more natural at it. This business, it's like a passionate love affair. It's the greatest of greats and it's the lowest of lows. You have to really, really want it. And if you do, the rewards can be pretty good if you put the time in. I always say how you separate the men from the boys. When I was in a classroom, or women from the girls, whenever I was in a classroom, I would always kind of size up my competition, because really, it's your competition in the room. Friendly competition, and you support each other, and you cheer each other on. But I would sit there and I'd say, yeah, you're lazy. I'll get there before you will. Or, you're good, but I'm a little better than you are. Or, you're really good, and I gotta watch out for you. And that was my approach to the work. So try a little harder, put in a little more time, and as I say, knock wood, the approach has worked for me. For those of you who I don't want to leave home, and my boyfriend's here, my girlfriend's here, my mommy and daddy are here, too bad. Pack your bags, move. And I will say, when I came to Florida for my first job in my small, I didn't know a soul. I'd never been to Florida. I'm from up north. I went to school in DC. I knew of Disney World, that's about it. That's it. And I knew Miami Vice. But I will say, some of the best friends I've made in this business today, we all started out together, young, stupid, broke, and making mistakes every single day. And we were in an environment where that was okay. So it's very common where you'll say you'll start in market 150. Then maybe you'll move up to market 95. Then maybe market 50. And maybe by that fourth job, you're in like a really good market. Maybe you're lucky you start in market 95. And then your second job's in market 50 or market 10. It's not possible. I would encourage you, though, to have that first job someplace where your mistakes won't follow, especially now. I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have social media. You make a critical mistake now on TV, and you're just toast. You're toast. And then you damage your potential future.